Today we're venturing into the dark and dangerous world of Mournstead, a realm steeped in ancient evils and bathed in the eerie glow of two realities. We're talking about Lords of the Fallen, the 2023 Soulslike from Hexworks that promised a unique dual-world mechanic and a challenging adventure. For those unfamiliar, Lords of the Fallen casts you as a lamp-bearer, a warrior wielding a mystical lamp that allows you to peer into and even traverse between the living realm of Axiom and the spectral, parallel dimension of Umbral. Your quest? To overthrow Adyr, the demon god who threatens to plunge both worlds into eternal darkness. It's a grim and atmospheric journey filled with terrifying creatures, intricate lore, and the ever-present threat of death lurking around every corner. Let's dive into what really grabbed me about Lords of the Fallen. First and foremost, this game is undeniably beautiful. The environments are absolutely stunning, ranging from decaying gothic cathedrals to grotesque, organic umbral landscapes. The level of detail is fantastic. The art direction creates a truly oppressive and captivating atmosphere. This extends to the enemy designs, which are often grotesque and imaginative, as well as the intricate armor sets you can acquire, each with its own distinct visual flair. Hexworks clearly poured a lot of love into the visual presentation. The magic system is one of the better ones I've seen in a Soulslike, offering a depth and integration that often surpasses its peers. The sheer variety of spells is impressive, categorized under different schools like Radiance, Inferno, and Umbral, being holy magic, fire magic, and shadow magic. Each school has a distinct flavor and offers a range of offensive, defensive, and support spells. It also has some of the best visuals and spell effects that I've ever seen in one of these games. But that doesn't mean you can't be effective with a sword as well. And speaking of swords, the build variety is surprisingly deep, and the melee combat feels weighty and satisfying. You have a wide array of weapon types, each with its own moveset and feel. Experimenting with different combinations of weapons, armor, and stat distributions allows for a ton of customization, letting you tailor your lampbearer to your preferred playstyle. Whether you want to be a heavily armored tank wielding a massive greatsword, or a nimble dual wielder, the game offers the tools to make it happen. And when those perfectly timed dodges and parries connect, followed by a visceral attack, the melee combat truly sings. Now let's talk about the star of the show, the dual world mechanic. I'll be honest, when I first heard about it, I was a little skeptical. Juggling two realities seemed like it could be cumbersome. However, over time, I grew to absolutely love this system. It's not just a visual gimmick. It's deeply integrated into the gameplay. Umbral isn't just a spooky filter, it's a parallel dimension teeming with different enemies, hidden pathways, and unique environmental hazards. Sometimes, progression in Axiom is blocked, requiring you to shift into Umbral to find a way forward. Additionally, dying in Axiom doesn't mean immediate death. Instead, you're thrust into Umbral with a chance to fight your way back to the living realm. This mechanic adds a truly unique layer of depth to exploration, puzzle solving, and even combat, forcing you to constantly be aware of both realities. Another significant positive, especially now after the 2.0 update and ongoing support, is the co-op system. It's incredibly seamless. You can easily summon a friend to tackle challenging areas or bosses, and the scaling feels well balanced. With the recent updates, the co-op experience has become even smoother and more reliable, making it a fantastic way to experience the game with a buddy. Another great feature that they just added in the 2.0 update is shared progression in co-op. So if you're helping a friend through the game and you return to your world, you will have achieved all of the same progression in your world that you did helping your friend. This is something pretty much unheard of in the Souls-like genre, and I really hope other games take notice. For those who appreciate a rich and intricate backstory, the lore and world building in Lords of the Fallen is genuinely captivating. The game is steeped in history, with cryptic item descriptions, environmental details, and NPC dialogues hinting at a dark and fascinating past. Unraveling the mysteries of Mournstead and the conflict between Axiom and Umbral is a rewarding experience for those who enjoy digging into the narrative. Now let's touch on some of the areas where Lords of the Fallen stumbled, although it's important to note the significant improvements made post-launch. When I first played through the game around version 1.6, technical issues were definitely present. While nothing was game-breaking, I did experience occasional frame rate hitches, stutters, and minor graphical glitches. These weren't constant, but they were noticeable enough to slightly detract from the overall immersion. These seem to be a lot better in 2.0, based on what I played capturing gameplay for this video, but there's definitely still a little bit of that technical jank going on. Thankfully, the developers have been actively working to address these issues, and the game runs significantly smoother now than it did when it launched. The boss quality also varies quite a bit. Some of the boss encounters in Lords of the Fallen are truly fantastic, challenging, visually impressive, and require you to learn their intricate movesets. These fights felt like rewarding tests of skill. However, on the other end of the spectrum, some bosses felt either surprisingly easy or frustratingly difficult, usually due to the fact that the boss was some sort of a gimmick fight. This inconsistency in boss design was a bit of a letdown. But honestly, as I reflect on my experience now, many of what would have been my major complaints have been actively addressed by the developers. This leads me to a crucial point. I have to give massive props to Hexworks for their commitment to Lords of the Fallen post-launch. They haven't just released a game and moved on. They've been actively listening to player feedback and consistently rolling out significant updates to improve the experience. Looking back, we've seen the introduction of various game modifiers, allowing for customized playthroughs with different challenges and rule sets, adding a ton of replayability. The co-op system has been refined and made even more seamless and stable. There were obtuse quests that left many players scratching their heads. You could completely lock yourself out of a vendor because you took an elevator and didn't realize that would lock you out. They moved that NPC in front of the elevator. They have made things a lot more clear regarding some of these obtuse quests and these pain points that players have had. There have also been numerous gameplay adjustments, from balancing enemy encounters to tweaking weapon and spell effectiveness, mob density, all of that, all in the name of creating a more polished and enjoyable experience. Additionally, one of those game modifiers I talked about just a minute ago is that you can play the game with the base enemy mob density and enemy placement if you would like to go back and experience it that way. This level of post-launch support and dedication to improving the game is commendable and has truly transformed Lords of the Fallen into a much better game than it was at launch. It shows that Hexworks is passionate about their creation and committed to delivering a quality experience for their players. Lords of the Fallen is a Soulslike that dares to be different with its innovative dual-world mechanic, and while it had its initial stumbles, the dedication of the developers has truly allowed its strengths to shine. The beautiful environments, engaging combat, unique magic system, and deep build variety offer a compelling experience for fans of the genre. While the boss quality can be a bit uneven, the overall journey through Mournstead is a memorable one, especially now with the significant improvements and ongoing support. If you were hesitant at launch, it might be time to give Lords of the Fallen another look. So what are your thoughts on Lords of the Fallen? Did you play it at launch, or have you picked it up more recently? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more in-depth looks at Souls-like games and beyond. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.